Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz with Lee Bailey's EURweb.com Spotlight. I got the legend Raekwon, the chef, in the building. And if you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock, son. What an honor to chop it up with him. Let's go, let's go.
Pretty women fall in love with my expensive taste, luxury lust, physical touch by this ace. Handcuff him, that's a no-no, cause I don't trust him far as I can throw those. Gold digging vixens who's in love with the cocoa, but fuck it, you know I'm here for this dodo. Let's pop another bottle of Dawn and watch our gross grow. I love
Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz with Lee Bailey's EURweb.com Spotlight. I have the one and only Raekwon in the house. Okay, if you don't know who Wu-Tang is, you've been sleeping under a rock, but this is one of my heroes, the legend, Raekwon. What's up?
What's up, Jazzy Jazz? What's up?
What it do, what it do. So right before we jumped on, you was telling me all the things you got popping right now. Talk to me.
Right. Yo, first and foremost, it's an honor to be on your show.
Thank you.
I really respect you. I'm a fan of your work as well.
Aww,
And we just been working. Yeah, I'm a fan though, when it's guys like y'all that keep our music out there, and that's all a part of making us legends, to the world. So I honor you guys though,
Well, we appreciate you.
Other than that, I just been chilling. Yeah. But other than that, though, I just been working, even through the pandemic, things still got to get done and executed. And, I've been working on tons of things. I got an album that's coming out.
Okay, tell us real quick. Tell us about the album. Like, who's co-signing on it with you? What's it going to be like? We're going to get some more of that lyricism that we miss so much. Some wokeness.
Yeah. I mean, I really, to be honest with you, it's like, we're about 80% in right now. So we still got a couple of things that we want to change and all of that, but it's definitely going to be a dope album. Of course, you know me, every time I make an album, it's like going to the movies. That's how I want people to understand what I'm doing. I'm taking you on the movie ride again,
That's right. Tell us a story. I miss that.
Yeah, just painting pictures and rhyming, just having fun. That's what it's called, having fun.
Well,
that's coming out that's coming out in the beginning of next year.
Dropping beginning of next year. Put it on your calendar, fam. Yeah. And you wrote a book. You got a book that's gonna drop. Yeah. What's up with that?
Yep, I got a book. The book is dope. When I tell you the book, I kind of like let it go. I felt like I was talking to a psychiatrist, slash, somebody who could listen to me, a shrink or something. I really opened up about my feelings. I opened up with my feelings about, how I came into the game, and it allowed me to help take care of my family. And I wound up having another family, which is Wu-Tang. That's two different families that, I learned so much from. And, the book is going to be the good, bad, and the ugly, but it's the truth, and it has a good ending because that's how I feel today,
I love it. So drop a few secrets from the book. Just drop a few secrets. Tell us some of the ugly, tell us some of the good. Just drop a few little secrets for us that we might not know.
Well, number one, as a kid growing up poor, my family didn't really have money like that. I talk about how my mom's was robbed, which made us leave Brooklyn to come to Staten Island. She's a single parent, so she kind of endured a lot of stuff, just transitioning, talking about, having abused, she being abused, me being a single parent, me being her only son, watching these things take place. And talk about that. I also talk about a little of the discrepancy with me and my...
Just hold up a second. How did that affect you? How do you think that affects you in terms of the man you are today, having to see your mother go through that, go through abuse, go through being robbed, being vulnerable? You're a little kid and you're probably feeling like, yo, I got to protect my moms, but you maybe can't. How do you think that affected you?
It affected me a lot because, I have children today, and I never want them to ever know that this is something their dad might have been about, you know, and that's something that I'm not about, you know,
Right.
not about hitting a woman, you know, as a kid, sometimes you think it's cool to fight with the person you love because you may think that that's love, but when you see them getting hurt and them going down, it's like it's a total different, you know, respect there now. It's like I don't respect that because you can't hit the person you love like that, you
That's
know?
right.
You can
That's right.
argue and do what you do. So it just taught me how to not apply myself in those kind of situations and be the bigger person or, you know, walk away, whatever the case may be. But that's just something that stains me. So even if I
Well,
see,
we love you for that, my brother.
we keeping it real, you know, but things like that I talk about in the book. I talk about, you know, my addiction to, you know, certain substances back in the days when I was a teenager. You know, I
Yeah.
started young, you know, engaging with cocaine and crack and all those little things, but still paying attention to being better.
Yeah. Now,
You know, I'm one of those guys.
how did you beat that though? That's tough. That's a tough one to
You know
beat.
what it was? You know what it was, Jazz? It was a
Right.
phase. Everybody in the neighborhood was doing it. It wasn't affecting at least my generation of friends. You know, maybe a few got caught up because they started to engage in it on a bigger level. But for us, it was always with weed. We started seeing people going down. We like, yo, hold up. It was like an overnight thing. Yo, we ain't
Mm,
doing it because we don't want to wind up that way. And
mm,
that's what it was. Just an automatic stop. You know, like turning
mm.
on the light, turn it off. Yo, this shit is tearing people up. So at the end of the day, I talk about that. I also talk about, you know, things within the woo, where it's like it's hard to really maintain with 9 members and we all
I
got
know,
ego
right?
and
Like, how did you
money
all?
issues.
How did
And,
wait? That always has been like a mystery to me. How did you all stay tight? Like, I know you had beef. You had to. Anytime
you
9
know what
people
it
come
is? You
together,
know what
how
it
did
is?
you overcome that?
Because it's brotherhood at the end of the day. It's like fighting with your brother or you fighting with your sister. At the end of the day, y'all connected. Y'all,
Yeah.
you know, y'all build something together that the world loves, and differences is always gonna, you know, happen. But it's about how we overcome those differences. It's like I don't ever want to feel like if I disrespected you, it happens again, you know, or vice versa.
Right,
You want
right.
to, you know, if you feel disrespected, you want to make sure that that doesn't happen again. And, you know, just dealing with this crew, it has really been those ups and downs. But what kept us together is y'all, the fans. You know, we could be having an argument. We could be having an argument in the studio and got to go do a show. And you got to wipe that face off and deal with it at the time and just go out there and represent the people that love you. So
And you
I
did
give
represent.
all my fans across the world a love. Yeah, I mean, you know, but like I said, these are my brothers. I love them to death. You know, I spoke on some things. They might be like, why you say that? I'm like, yo, listen, it's the truth because whatever group comes after us is going to go through the same thing. Like this has been going on for years. Like not just
Mhm.
our team, not just us. This happened to the Isley brothers. This happened to this one. This happened to that one.
Yeah,
Whatever. That's
sure.
what it is when you deal with groups.
That's
So
right.
I talk. So you know, it's a lot of great discussions in there, though, Jazz.
So
For real, you're
what
gonna
was
want this book.
well, I am definitely going to want this book. You already know I'm pre-ordering. So everybody, if you can pre-order, you got to make that happen. What was the toughest moment in your life? And you probably talk about it in the book. What was the toughest moment that you had to overcome in your life?
One of the toughest moments was just, you know, making a decision that is this the way you want to go. You know, you want to stay on a positive note. You know, I come from a negative environment with people with big hearts, but it's just that sometimes you get caught up in the things that's in front of you
Mm-hmm.
and not really seeing the difference between the positive and the negatives. So once my career or Wu-Tang Clan career started, we had to make decisions. We had to say to ourselves, look, the hustle days, trying to nickel and dime it and get from one spot to the next, we got to make a decision. You can't be doing both because if you're trying to do both, you're only going to bring out a negative anyway because you're not excelling. You're not going to the
Right,
next level
right.
to make changes for yourself.
Right.
And then on top of that, wanting to take care of my family, we don't come from families that's kings and queens, generation after generation on my side of the family, everybody had to struggle.
Right. But we're
So
kings and
me knowing
queens.
that
But
this
we're
can
kings
take
and
me,
queens still.
of
Even if we didn't have
course,
the
look,
even
we
if we
kings
didn't
and
have the
queens
coin.
forever. But see, let me tell you something, Jazz. Let me tell you something, Jazz. That's what makes us even more kings and queens, because we're able to maintain what we're going through as well. See, sometimes it ain't just about money. It could just be about being able to handle, endure things.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean?
No,
You
that's right.
fall, you're supposed to get right back up. You're
That's
supposed to
right.
be able to get back up and stay strong. So, that's part of my point on saying, like, me knowing that I have an opportunity to do something positive and take care of my family and not endanger them at the same time, where they got to worry about, damn, you out here doing this, or you holding guns, or whatever the case may be. You see that you got a career now, you got something to look forward to that's positive.
Right.
So, like I said, we get into it in the book.
Yeah,
About
well,
things.
I cannot wait to now tell folks where you can get it. Give us the name one more time.
The book is called Staircase to Stage. You can pre-order the book now on Amazon,
okay,
or
now
Barnes and Nobles, wherever you want to go.
Wherever you can wherever you know to get books. Yes, word.
Exactly. A good read, a funny read. You probably gonna be laughing.
I wanted to ask you that. I wanted you to give us a funny story about Wu-Tang that we don't know.
It's so many. I mean, it goes back to, like I said, us. All right. Well, we was in Europe, right? We was in no matter of fact, not Europe, we was in Amsterdam, UK. And this is when our careers first started. And we wanted, when you get in a hotel, it's like, oh snap, we could order room service, we could do whatever. And we had a bugged out road manager. Like, no, but we liked him, but we didn't like him. So one day we decided to play a game with him. We decided to play a game with him. He called himself getting us 3 hours ready for the show, and brothers was really tired. So we like, we gonna get you back. So next thing you know, we in the room, right? And we all ordering room service. Why the bill wound up being $100,000?
Oh,
on
snap. Are you kidding me right now? 100,000 racks? What?
100,000 racks, boo, word, yo. It was so crazy because we was doing it on purpose, because we know he had to put his card down. We didn't, we didn't have cards back then. Just back in the younger Ray days and the Wu days. But yeah, the bill was $100K. Like, yo, and it was so crazy.
Racks. What?
When it was time for us to check out, the hotel was like, if y'all leave, we calling the police because somebody got to pay this bill.
Oh my God.
So the label got involved with it. The label got involved, and they had to pay it. If not, then we probably would have all been locked up out there, and they couldn't take that risk, though.
Dang, how much eating can you do for 100G? Like, for real?
Turkey burgers, bottles. So turkey burgers, bottles of Cristal, Don King, sandwiches.
You already know.
Yo.
You already know. That's hilarious. So just switching it up a minute, you're still Muslim, right? Are you
Absolutely.
still? Yeah. Well,
yes.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother, for real. And I think that's often a very courageous decision for folks to make, because we're in such a Christian dominated country. What inspired you to make that decision? And I commend you for your independent thinking,
I thank you. I mean, it comes a time where, you wanna realize that somebody in a higher form is blessing you. And it's important that we understand that, the afterlife is serious, and, it's all about paying, you know, repenting and wanting your sins to be forgiven and not just taking life for granted, you know. Learning more about who you are and your duties as a man, and just always giving, you know, giving prayers, giving, you know, so that's what I do.
All
You know,
right
I don't
now.
really talk too much. You know, I don't really talk too much about that because that's a conversation with me and my maker.
Right.
So I kind of like deal with it from the outside in, but it's important for us to, you know, want to throw a prayer out and believe in prayer, spiritual. It's like all my brothers are spiritual in some way, because you got to have a focus and you got to know that life is very short and it's fruitful at the same time.
That's
So,
right. Well,
you
you know,
know,
those are some wise word, fam. We got some wise spiritual teaching today from
there you
Raekwon.
go.
Thank you,
There
my
you
brother.
go. There you
Appreciate
go.
that. So, you know, I
Yeah.
know you got to run. I know you got to bounce, but I want to just ask a few last questions. Hip hop now. Who are some of the
I know
people
you was
that
about to
you
go to the
rock?
show. I know you getting ready to go to the show.
I
Talk
know.
to me, baby. Talk
Okay.
to me.
Well, I know, but hip hop now. So we got a show going on Staten Island. You repping Staten Island. That's what's up.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I'm just saying in general, hip hop now. Who are some of the artists that you F with? Because we miss that lyricism, that wokeness, and you know, and you could party like you had the beats. What are some? Who
Right,
are some of the
right.
hip hop artists that are contemporary that you are feeling?
I mean, you know, it's a lot of guys out there that's doing their thing. The J. Cole's, the
Yeah.
Migos, Little Babies, the Baby. You know, I like their music. When I hear it, it's cool. You know, so I'm the type of dude that we came from a different side of making albums and, you know, getting real intricate with our wordplay. But I listen to everybody, you know what I mean?
I
But most
mean, the
importantly,
wordplay.
yeah,
You think about the
yeah, you
wordplay
know,
from that
some
era,
people,
you
it's,
all,
yeah,
Nas. I mean, the wordplay
yeah.
was the bomb.com.
Oh,
I miss that.
that's gonna never go nowhere.
Yeah.
One thing about that generation, it was very hard for us to get on. So you had to be clever, you had to be outspoken. And I think that that's what we were all doing at that time to pave the way for everybody today, you know.
That's what's
And
up.
the only way we was able to think that hard was because of the people that we watched too coming in. The
Right.
Canes, the Rakim, the Queen Latifahs, you know, they taught us how to step up, step up. So, you know, that right there is never going to go nowhere. Lyricism, um, you know, just being able to make a body of work and not just a record. To me, I always tell people like, yo, I love to paint pictures. I love to take you guys in different directions. I may give you some hard stuff. I might give you some soft stuff. I may give you some conscious stuff. I may give you some crazy stuff. I mean, to me, it's all about
That's
expression
what's up. And we
and
want
making
it
sure
all. We want it all.
we having fun with it. Yeah.
So last
But
question, how do you think the
that's it.
corporate control of hip hop that emerged, particularly after, you know, Wu-Tang and Nas and all that, how do you think that has impacted the evolution of hip hop?
Oh, in the greatest way, because you got to remember that, you know, we not only saved the nation, but we taught the nation, you know.
Mm,
And, you know, it's all about evolving. And, you know, these record companies, they see that there's real talent out there, and they're making it their business to get out there and engage. But it started from them believing that it's there. At one point, you know how it goes. It's like it's hard to get on back when we was getting on. Nobody, you
really
don't
hard.
know who to talk to. You don't know you can make a phone call. Now all those doors are open. You know, you can
Uh-oh.
actually do a lot of things from your home, you know, and get recognized. You can build your own fan base. And now next thing you know, you got these executive companies paying attention and
That's
getting
right.
word from people. And this is how it happened. For us, it was rare. It's
That's
like
right.
finding a black diamond in the grass somewhere. You ain't gonna find one.
That part, that
You
part.
know, Blood Diamond, the Blood Diamond. But you know, I think it has to be like this. You know, it's going to continue. Hip hop is everything, man. Hip hop is
all over the world.
culture.
They trying to rap in Slovenia, in the village of Croatia
like
or whatever, right? Well, I want to thank you so
yeah.
much for dropping by Spotlight and chopping it up with me. Can't wait to see
Of
the
course,
album
of course.
coming up early next year. Don't forget to get the book, The Staircase to the Stage. You can pre-order it right now. And I wish you all the
That's
luck.
right.
I love your work, and it will live forever.
Thanks, Jazz. Thanks.
Now, fam, don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you these conversations. Let's go, let's go.